we're here to say to our U.S. Senator, our representative, our President-to-be, and everyone else within the sound of my voice that we are opposed to the nomination of Senator Jeff Sessions for U.S. Attorney General. Even the notion of him filling the position frightened the daylight out of me and run cold chills down my spine. His actions over the past several years have proven without a doubt that he is a true enemy to the 1965 Voting Rights Act. And it would be completely ludicrous to trust him with doing the right thing by enforcing and protecting the voting rights. His history has taught us that if we have ownership of anything that we do not protect, then we will soon lose it. That is what we see happening to our 1965 Voting Rights Act. Following the U.S. Supreme Court's June 2013 decision to overturn Section 5 of the Voting Rights Act, immediately we saw numerous of states throughout the South passing photo ID laws. We feel that this was a deliberate discriminatory effort to restrict a certain percentage of the minority population from voting because at the time of the U.S. Supreme Court's decision to strike down the 1965 Voting Rights Act, a recent study shown that 25% of the voting age population of African Americans did not have a government-issued photo ID, and Senator Sessions supported and voted for photo ID, which contributed to voter suppression. A 2014 analysis found a decline in voter participation of 2 to 3% due to voter ID requirements. It is also documented that in 2006, Senator Sessions referred to the 1965 Voting Rights Act as a piece of intrusive legislation. We cherish the right to vote because it grants us the power to protect all of our other rights. Senator Sessions has a troublesome voting record in the Senate when it comes to civil rights, Violence Against Women Act, same-sex marriage, hate crimes, and immigration. His stance on these issues troubles me deeply, and I feel that he is unfit to enforce the law of the land. Long history of being too biased. Thank you.
Keep the mic on the podium. Thank you.
The NAACP kept scorecard, and Senator Sessions always voted against all of the NAACP's recommendations that were sent up. Senator Sessions, we feel very strongly, and we do send to all of the senators. Alabama, we in Alabama are against Senator Sessions, the government, the Attorney General. The Attorney General is the one who set the order for the Department of Justice. So why would we put someone in that position who have a very, very bad record? Senator Sessions has made racial remarks to someone, to one attorney who worked for him. He testified about Senator Sessions, some of his racial statements, calling black men boys, Also, Senator Sessions is someone who can't be trusted when it comes to our voting rights. He's against the Voting Rights Act. We are, as you know now, they're trying to purge a number of Alabama voters. Senator Sessions did favor this. So we don't need an attorney general who will protect our rights. And when we say our rights, we mean everyone's rights. Senator Sessions doesn't believe in the rights for the LBJ community. He's completely against the 1964 Civil Rights Act, in which he voted against, and still he's against the Voting Rights Act. So we say to all of you, as our President O'Bill having a press conference right now, speaking against the confirmation of Senator Sessions. And so we say here at the Huntsville-Madison County Bank and in Huntsville-Madison County, the NAACP is totally against the confirmation of Senator Sessions.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Deborah BARROS-SMITH, and I'm here to speak about the lack of civil rights support by Senator Jefferson, Jeff, Beauregard, Sessions II. I could focus on issues such as his votes against the Lilly Ledbetter Paycheck Fairness Act, the lack of support for families with special needs children in school, his vote against the resolution of Roe versus Wade, his vote against programs that give special funding to minority and women-owned businesses, and the vote against funding for programs that educate youth on teen pregnancy, and as you've heard before, the disenfranchisement of black voters, as well as any organization such as the NAACP that has supported the 1964 Civil Rights Act. And I could go on, but my focus today is on the lack of support and vote against the reauthorization of the Women Against Violence Act, known as VAWA. Let me begin by saying, when it comes to victimization, that is a passionate point in my life. It's very dear. I have personal knowledge of the effects of being victimized. Now, I'm getting ready to do what a lot of people are afraid to do. I'm going to let you know where I come from. I became a victim when my stepfather sexually, physically, and emotionally abused me as a child. Years later, I was assaulted and robbed on the steps of a Philadelphia, Pennsylvania subway. And 6 years ago, a gentleman that I briefly dated domestically violated me. Like a lot of women, they get intimidated to push forward in cases like that. I was not afraid. I continued to do it, okay? Since then, he had been charged. He was made supposedly to pay fines, which he's never paid. He still walks around. He victimized women before me and after me, okay? Now, even though I have been through these experiences and I understand the importance of female rights, especially when it comes to victimization, child abuse, women's rights, I understand the importance of it. And even with my experiences, I can say that we have come a long way. But because I'm standing here today, needless to say, we have a long way to go. This is evident in the fact that Sessions and others in 2012 and 2013 voted against the reauthorization of the Violence Against Women Act. Sessions objected to the provisions of this act that because of it offered protection for the LGBT and Native American communities and immigrants. He called these provisions as a feminist attack on family values. The provisions also gave states such as Alabama the right to implement mandatory arrest policies that address police responding to domestic violence, also known as intimate partner violence. This is important because it cuts down on victims recanting out of their fears. Other evidence of Sessions' lack of support and respect for women was seen when he recently supported President-elect Donald Trump after he was recorded saying, and excuse the language, grabbed him by the pussy, referring to his attraction of some women making unwanted sexual innuendos and contact towards them. This is a civil rights issue. This state nor this country does not need a leader in the highest attorney position to represent us. We do not need someone who is known for using racist rhetoric, who does not respect or take issues affecting individuals such as women, minorities, Native Americans, and the LGBT community. The bottom line is, Senator Jeff Sessions is not a friend to women or other specific groups, as I've said, the LGBT, Native American Indians, minorities, and immigrants. His years of misogyny, racism, and non-support of victim rights makes him unfit to serve in any capacity, especially as Attorney General. We, the people, need to hold Senator Jefferson, Beauregard Sessions, and those who support him accountable for his includes our recent now and utilize our voice, our vote to make changes. Until then, we ask that all our senators, congressmen, and congresswomen act accordingly and do not allow this man to become the next Attorney General of the United States. Thank you.
Alabama. I'm a member of the Tri-County branch, which is compiled of Lauderdale, Carver, and Franklin County. I am a member of the Tri-County branch in Franklin County. Senator Jeff Sessions has been known as a racist individual. 5 fast facts that we need to know. Senator Jeff Sessions is a controversial figure, namely because of his history being accused of racism. In fact, in 1986, when he was appointed by Senator Ronald Reagan and nominated him to the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Alabama. But the Senate Judiciary Committee voted against appointing him after several former colleagues of Senator Sessions went on record accusing him of race, language, and behavior. Now many of the president-elect people that is coming on board, we stand against. And we stand firmly against these people because of the fact of their record in the past. And if their record in the past still stand in the future, then we as a people, as Black, Hispanics, Native Americans, we don't have a fighting chance. That's why we come together today for this press conference to stand before you and say that we are firmly against Senator Jeff Sessions becoming the Attorney General of these United States of America.
That's right.
And we are speaking up, speaking out, and if we can't walk the walk, there's no need of us talking the talk.
That's right.
So we are here to talk the talk, and after talking the talk, we gonna walk the walk, because we gonna show our president-elect and also Senator Jeff Sessions that we are against him becoming the Attorney General of these United States. And as a person who was in Selma when that march across the Edmund Pettus Bridge took hold, I was in that march. I was one of the original marchers, and I'm still here fighting against racism. We don't need racism in this country. We are to move forward and not backward. Thank you very much for this time to speak.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Will Woodruff. I represent the Limestone County NAACP, and I'm standing in unison with the NAACP State Conference of Alabama, standing in unison with the NAACP nationwide, where the president is Cornell William Brooks, and we are in unison in our adamant about the fact that we think Senator Sessions should not serve as Attorney General. It's sad in the state of Alabama to have a leader such as Sessions in the first place. This is my opinion. But to have him to represent the most high law office of the land is just unacceptable. We are not accepting it as an NAACP. I'm not accepting it as a citizen of Alabama, and we shouldn't accept it as citizens of these United States. President-elect Trump has much and many better candidates that he could choose to facilitate this office rather than Senator Sessions. And we know he don't even have to look hard, that he could make a better selection. So again, on behalf of the NAACP of Limestone County, the people of Alabama, and the people of this country, we do not want Mr. Sessions as Attorney General of these United States.
Good morning. I have not planned to speak, but just to stand here in solidarity with these who have come to stand. I'm Martin Luther. I'm a member of the National County branch of the NAACP. I come to stand with those who are saying that we don't approve of Senator Jeff Sessions as the next Attorney General of the United States of America. We simply say that for a person who intends to stand as a standard bearer for justice in this nation, Senator Sessions is not the person. I am a native of Mobile, Alabama. I know some of his record.
All right.
I was there in Mobile. I know the attorney, Thomas Figgers, the person that he addressed as boy. I remember that. I remember when he was considered as a judicial, to be on the judiciary of the United States court, and how he was rejected. And I thought that was the time for us to applaud. Now, Alabama does not need any more black eyes. We've had enough over the years. And I feel like this appointment, Jeff Sessions as Attorney General of the United States of America, be another black eye not only for Alabama, but for the United States. Thank you very much.
Are there any questions?
I want to thank the meeting for coming out. I think this concludes the press conference. We've entertained any questions that you may have.
We couldn't hear you, I'm sorry.
This concludes our press conference. We'll be happy to answer any questions you may have for us.
I heard somebody mention that you guys have walked the walk, now you're talking the talk. If he is appointed, like he is right now, and then is confirmed by the Senate, what are you going to do next?
I can answer that.
I can answer
that.
Can you step up to the microphone?
I sure can. We'll do just like we did in 1965 and even go all the way back to 61 and 50. And we will start a venue marching and packing the pavement. Because we need, as a people, black people, Hispanics, Native Americans will come together and we will stand firm together and show that we mean business. And that's what I was saying when I said, if we can't walk the walk, no need of talking the talk. We are talking the talk, and we gonna walk the walk.
So the same civil rights marches
civil
we
rights
saw
movement.
in the 60s and the 50s.
That's exactly right.
Gotcha. And then the other question too, Deborah, you want to?
No, and I was getting ready
I'll
to
have you step into the microphone, please.
I was getting ready to say, the truth of the matter is we know that the House and the Senate is Republican-led. And the odds of him getting in will probably happen. But we cannot just sit back. We have to get ready for 2018 and 2020. And like this Reverend said here, we're going to start marching. I'm in the process of Saturday, we're having a kickoff of We the People movement, where I can't do anything for the United States, but I can lead out and get other organizations and people like these gentlemen here to join in, and we'll take care of Alabama, okay? So there are things that can be done. We just need to understand that we have the voice and the power, and we will not sit by idly.
We will continue to mobilize the people. We will also continue to inform people. Many are not informed. We have to inform and do as the Reverend Charles said. We shall not be moved. We're going to continue not only against Senator Sessions, but the Republican-led House. We have got to fight against it. We will continue to mobilize our people, and we will continue to mobilize against police brutality, as well as sexual harassment against women, the LBJ community, and it is time for all of our people, everyone, not just black, but we are talking about everyone who believe in their civil rights.
That's right.
Know that their civil rights have been violated. We shall not be moved, and we will continue to mobilize. This is just the beginning. Get ready.
I have another question too. I know everyone's saying that they don't want to see Senator Sessions in this position. Who do you want to see? Who's the solution then? If you're in a business, if you offer up saying you don't want this, and the boss wants to see another person, a solution. But I haven't heard a lot of solutions. I just heard a lot of people saying they don't want this person for this reason. Who do you want to see in that position?
There are other individuals who are very, very well suited for this position.
Who?
And so we ask that they be looking for the position. Our national office will come out soon with names we feel, individuals that we feel this job. And we begin to mobilize today as our president is in Mobile, where Senator Jeffrey Beauregard Sessions lives. And we will follow his leadership. We're doing just today what Mr. Burnett organized this to begin to mobilize the people.
And you were saying who would?
Yeah, I'm wondering if do you have any specific names on who you'd like to see in that?
No, we don't as of yet. And as Reverend Checklin has said, we're gonna leave that to our national office. That Cornell Brooks will come together, and we will be meeting, and we'll come to a decision of who to choose. But the thing about this is with Session, and who we gonna choose, we want somebody that's qualified. That's what we want. And Session is not qualified, even though he was an attorney and all this. But it's gonna take somebody that knows people and knows how to talk to people, knows how to handle people, and do what the people would like for them to do. It's not that we are lawless people, because we believe in the law. But we want somebody that's going to give us justice and equal justice.
Mm-hmm. And furthermore, we don't think that they would have to look too hard to find someone with a much cleaner record than what we see with
a Republican, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter as long as it doesn't have. Senator Sessions has too much baggage. Let's put it. He has too much baggage. He have a history of denial, and that's not good. There's only one Constitution. There's only one set of Bill of Rights, and that governs all of us. And if someone is going to administer law, then it should be someone who can not be as biased as Senator Sessions.
Yeah, that's right.
I want to say, in regards to that question, that surely we realize that it's the president-elect's position to select whomever he so chooses. We just feel like Jeff Sessions is one person in the United States of America. We don't think that we don't expect him to choose a Democrat. There are a lot of Republicans who are qualified to serve in that position. Jeff Sessions just happens not to be one who we feel like that we can trust. And so, the president-elect's job, certainly our plan, the NAACP will make suggestions. But we just feel like that we can reach further than he has reached so far.
You said that there's Republican leadership out there that could serve in this position. Do you have any specific names? Anyone that comes to mind?
We feel like they will be forthcoming, and we don't want to get into naming names. We want to name the one that we are opposed to today.
You know what? And you keep going back to that question and naming names. That's not the issue. You've heard them say, obviously, he will not put a Democrat in that office. But let me tell you something. When we say he's not qualified because of his racist rhetoric. We have shown today all the things that he has done. And as a woman, as a survivor of community, I can tell you he's not my friend. He's not my friend as a victim. He's not my friend as a woman. He's not my friend as a minority. So I ask you the question, don't you think we can come up with somebody that actually believes in civil rights? Actually believes in it and is going to be there for the people? That's why he's not qualified, because he's not for the people. I am we the people, and he's not for me. Okay, so we can let the thing about giving names go, because as far as I'm concerned, if Mickey Mouse is better, so we need to forget names and come up with some people that actually can represent we the people. I'm sorry.
And you lost the battery.
And I'm sorry for that. As you can tell, I'm passionate. So we need to be focused on what's reality. Reality is anybody that's not has all the racist baggage that he has. Thank you.
Let us, as she says, stop thinking about party and naming. We are interested. What our point is an AG who believes in full equity and justice for everyone.
That's right.
We're not just talking about one.
I've got three great-grandchildren that are black,
Clearly,
and one of them's disabled. And I don't trust him. He doesn't support families with the same health. They're both that should really.
And of all the states in the country, why would President-elect Donald Trump come to Alabama to select Mr. Sessions. We got about 300 million people in this country. If President-elect Trump is qualified to be president, surely there's one other man, woman, or person, citizen of this United States that's qualified to be more qualified than Mr. Sessions to become Attorney General. They don't have the baggage that Mr. Sessions has. They don't have the track record on race relations that Mr. Sessions has, that has, proven themselves to be friendly to all of America's citizens, not just a select few.